Cheers! It's Friday. Friday, feedback Friday. Cheers, buddy. How you doing? Oh my gosh, I need a drink. Well, I just got in for being outside, and boy, oh boy, is it ever snowing out there. I don't know if you probably can't see behind me because of the glare, but it's snowing a lot out there. I just got back from shoveling. Yeah. So had my toque on, otherwise known as my little beanie. For those people who don't know what a toque is, it's a Canadian form of a nice little hat that goes over your head to make you keep nice and warm. So yeah, I had my toque on, and I was out there in the snow, shoveling all the snow, and hopefully I got done the first round. Second round, it's like still snowing out there, so I might have to go for a second round. Living in the great white north here in balmy Niagara, we always find that there's always you get snow. Lake effect snow happens. Sometimes people snow. I get snow from out of nowhere. But anyways, neither here nor there. How's the weather where you are? How are things going where you are? Right here, right now, like I say, it's snowy and very, very cold out. But I've got drink in hand. I'm done shoveling for a little while. Now I'm going to shovel some shit for you. So cheers. Cheers. Yeah, how's it going today? Mm. I'm thirsty. It takes a lot out of me. I know my hubby says, don't do it. I'll take care of it. Don't hurt your back, blah, blah, blah. I've been okay. And I didn't like the snow is very light right now. So to shovel it is just like a light little scoop, scoop, scoop. And it took me no more of, say, maybe 10 minutes. No, it takes about 10 minutes to get dressed into like my coat and put on my boots and stuff. So at least a good half hour just to get everything kind of cleared until the next round of snow kind of covers everything over. I hope I can make it into work today. Oh boy. I catch a bus, so I mean the buses never kind of fail, never really let you down, but they do get stuck sometimes. And what who knows what kind of fiascos will be going on today? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess we'll keep an eye on the weather reports and see what happens. But hey, you're here live in my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and I am your hostess with all the toasts. Yeah, my name's Kim Overholt, and oh, I have my sign out. Give me a moment. Grab my sign. For those of you who don't know me, here, hold on, it's coming. What the heck? I'm caught on everything. Hold on. I went searching for something I couldn't find yesterday. Found it like 10 minutes before I had to leave. And it kind of happens like that. KimOverall.com. Yeah, this is my little whiteboard that I do a lot of drawing and stuff on. And showing you how to do cartooning and things like that on Cartoon Mondays. And give you a little insight on things that I do by pointing at my KimOverholt.com and saying, commission me for stuff. I got stuff on the go, actually. That's because I have to spend more time doing stuff for me, I guess, is the thing, and less time for stuff for other people because I got to get stuff done for me. But, hey, let me turn you up a little bit. Okay, yeah. KimOverholt.com. Yeah, this is where the magic is made, right here in the studio. This is where I do all of my stuff. I don't know. I was working on something yesterday, and can you see a little bit better? It's starting to come around. Yeah, it's starting to look like something, but not quite yet. I was still not done. It's just it's a rough start. So, pardon my French, but. Hey, have you heard this one? Watch this. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. You pretend nothing here. You put a chance to get it like this and have your ever laugh so hard that you actually put it down here and go, excuse me. Oh, I wanna, excuse me. Oh, chili, beans. Whoa. You ever ate so much that, afterwards you were sitting around with laugh so hard that oh boy. Anywho, yeah, this is what I do for fun and and merriment, and I come here and I unleash it onto you. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. So hey, Feedback Friday. I mean, if you're out there and you want to say hello. I have this one guy that comes to my shop all the time and just stands there. Comes up just out of nowhere. Hello. Oh, hi, Rick. There you are again. And those of you who know what I'm talking about, yeah, like he's there. And sometimes, he gets in the way of the crowds and I have to tell him, okay, there's customers that want to kind of go, can you But yeah, he's nice enough. He leaves. He's 62 and lives probably in a home somewhere. His sister gives him money, and um, he sometimes just uses all the money to eat and then runs out of money. And his sister doesn't give him any more to the next day, so he kind of mooches while he's yeah, he does. He's a bit of a mooch. So he comes over and mooches, like see if he sees if he can get something from free for free, which sometimes he can. Sometimes he snaggled me the first time because I thought he was like, there was something wrong, and I gave him something to eat because I thought he was hungry. But then I found out he does this all the time, and I'm like, okay, well, that answers that question. Some people do that, and some people, it's just the way things go in life, and that's what they end up having happen to them. There's a lot of lonely people in the world, and maybe there's something to talk about. Loneliness. Do you guys ever get lonely? I'm sure it happens. Loneliness is a thing that happens, especially in cold weather like this. The cold weather, I think, really makes you feel isolated because now you're stuck indoors. um, you know Sometimes you're stuck indoors with lots of snow around you, and if you don't have anything to do, you're like screwed you and pooed on. But I always have stuff to do. There's never a dull moment for me. My studio is always in shambles. Well, not shambles. Everybody says, you make a mess, but you know where stuff is. That's the life of an artist. We make messes, but we know. If you move it out of the way, we know where you like we said, well, where was it? Because I know it was just right here, just a second ago. And that was me yesterday trying to find my resumes, buried deep somewhere over there. But I found it. I found them, and yeah, I managed to get my resume into a couple places yesterday. Yeah, although I have jobs, I'm always looking for my job, my ideal job, and I keep on asking you guys out there, hey, come on, you want something? Let's have something going on. Because if you don't, I got to keep looking elsewhere, and I'm sad to have to like have my days where I'm not here with you guys. But sometimes if I'm not here, I got to make money somehow, and my looks don't last forever. Eventually, it's all going to come crashing down on me, and I'm going to be just like just like Rickon's walking around going, "Hello, can I have a can you order me? Can I have a sandwich on Tuesday? Sandwich today, and I will pay you on Tuesday." you know, and the other guys who know about that. Anyways, neither here nor there. Right now is a good time to be alive, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're watching Feedback Friday. You can talk to me if you don't want to say anything. That's fine too. I appreciate your silence. I appreciate you listening to me because most of the time I'm out there trying to listen to what people tell me to. So yeah, you want to do some drawing? Okay, let's do some drawing. Okay. So I'll draw you my favorite cartoon that I like to do, and it's mine. So it's not like I'm copywriting anybody. It has a similar feature to some artists, but not quite. I like to emulate my favorite artists, of course, and but sometimes mine are a little bit different from everybody else's. So. Da, 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 da. See? And happy eyebrows. And you can make them with a bow tie if you want to, square or two triangles. Make a cool bow tie. Because now if you want to make that a little bit nicer, you round off the edges because bow ties aren't exactly a little rounded. I should know I work at a men's clothing store. I see bow ties all the time. Yeah, there you go. And then it's got like this little thing going on here. Okay. Something like that. It could be any character. There you go. And you can make it a little bit more. Make it a little more crazier if I had it. make him a little more cuter by making his eyes look a little bit more real. It's like a little bit light in his eyes. Ah, and you can add a little darkness into the mouth there. Ta-da! Yeah, this is my favorite little character I like to draw all the time. He's a makeup of all kinds of different characters that I've seen over the years. There's Garfield for sure. There's some Simpsons in there. There's also a little bit of whatchamacallit, Bert Free, crazy eyes, and whatchamacallit, Nathan Hart. Nathan Hart. There's one person that you should, if you ever want to hear about cartooning and do cartooning, Nathan Hart is a great name for making very nice, easy, fun cartoons, and very simple, and more cartoony than realistic. But if you want to get into realistic stuff, I suggest the art of Nick. I can't remember. Think of his last name. He's great. Oh my God, the penmanship of this man is so excellent because he does like Will Eisner, the old Will Eisner stuff. He can conquer like no problem. That comic book art, like my friend Rick Beaver, who could do all kinds of like cartoon comic book art, was really great. Comic book art. That's what I wanted to talk about for sure. Let's give you a little bit of cartoon comic book art by talking to you about the different setups for the comic books. So I'll show you because we have this comic book sketchbook, and inside there's all kinds of different setups for, you know how I show you my usual regulars? Well, there's some different ones that you can try as well for your comic books. You can try styles like that. You can try styles like this. You can try styles that kind of go like that. Depending on what kind of action you want to have in your comics, this is to keep it dynamic and stuff. You use like bold squares sometimes for like a little bit of accent. You can play around with ideas. Like this is just some basic things that can get you started to getting your own ideas. You think of the layouts and how you want to do them. You pull apart what you need and you put it together into a comic book. So awesome. So awesome. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to make my comic book. I'm just like, now I'm in the stages of trying to think of my next story. I have so many stories. And I have a few things coming up in the near future that I'm really like, I'm stoked. All I can say is I'm just a bubble waiting to burst, and whoever catches me floating by, I think is in for a real great surprise. So if you want to know a little bit more of the art and the stories that I have, contact me for sure. And and I do have a book out there in Kindle, and it's called The Plight of Time. It's a great story. If you ever want to, it's cheap too, only $10. I don't get anything for it, but it's out there. I haven't seen a lick or a dime of anything for it. It's supposed to be something that they called yeah, like a progressive thing. Like you get paid eventually. Like they all kind of like you get a portion of what they do. I got nothing. So I mean, if you want to go out there and purchase my Kindle story, I have to make it into a novel. I really do, because I have other stories that I have to get going as well. Because life is short, and but people like me, we don't last forever. Especially with all this snow. This stuff will kill me. I'm kidding. That actually is probably what extends my life is being nice and cold. You know what I mean? Because when you're cold, you're actually like everything's kind of like slowing down, and all the molecules are like slowing down. At night, I have like I throw a robe over myself, and I sit there and shiver until I warm up and fall asleep. So life in Canada. So hey, yeah, so Feedback Friday, as I said before, and am I feeding back? So do I keep on repeating myself? It's Feedback Friday, right? Yeah. Okay, so Yeah, the snow she keeps a falling down, and it's almost 10 o'clock. All right, here where I am. I don't know where it is, what time it is where you are, but I'm gonna grab my ukulele and give you a little strum. You're like, no, not the ukulele. Yeah, yeah, a little bit of drawing comes with a little bit of music. Well, since I'm getting better at it, I figured I wanted to share it with you. And you know what? Sometimes when you're listening to, like, you're hearing somebody talking, you're listening to the background noise, it's like, this is pretty boring. So I have some opportunities coming my way, and I'm taking full advantage. Remember when I was talking about the tarot card reading? I am so trying to free myself. I'm moving myself in a new direction. I really am pushing. I am pushing this time. The only thing I don't have is this. I won $12. I can't even claim it because it's too freaking snowy outside to go anywhere. And the place where I wanted to kind of cash my ticket in, well, I'll have to do it today. It was closed. Okay, hang on. I should do this because I have to practice this anyways. It's a funny thing. I've probably played this for you before, and I won't do the whole thing, but I'll just play a little bit because maybe I'll bring my ukulele and do my little monologue. It's called Tirade by Mary Louise Wilson. It goes a little bit like this. It goes, let's see. Let's see if I can squeeze it down a little bit. Oh, okay. Okay. So, I don't like to blow my own horn, but I have some standing here in the theater community. I'm not exactly chopped liver in this town. I know people know my work. I know people know me. In fact, I was at an all-time high, peak in my career. I just opened my one-woman show, Trilla, an evening of song and anecdote based on my life in the theater. You probably heard the reviews. A benchmark performance, comedic watershed, blah, 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 perfect pitch, blah, blah, blah. And then this other show opened up on Broadway, Sick, a cancer play. And the lead, Dorothy Dibble, Dorothy Dibble, was nude during the entire evening. Well, the first act, she wore a hospital gown with the back undone, but the second act, she was completely nude and bald. That's fine, acting. I don't begrudge that, to each his own, I say, and hooray for everybody. It was just that I was too busy performing my own show, Troa, too much to pay attention to it anyways. But it was just that I didn't necessarily want to hear about it all the time, yet every minute somebody was saying to me, have you seen Sick yet? I'm like, of course I hadn't seen it. I was performing Trala 8 times a week, and I had to get complete bed rest in between. I called my old friend Boston to see if she wanted to come and see my play, and she said, yeah, okay, that's great, but can you give me tickets for Sick as well? And then this other thing started to happen. This old theater queen who lives in my building attacked me in the lobby saying, guess who just moved in down the street? And I was about to say I heard that Meryl Streep had bought a house when she screamed at me, no, not her, Dorothy Dibble. I arrived at my neighborhood hair salon, and Jeffrey, the stylist, said, you just missed Dorothy Dibble. Like, even the doorman. When I was leaving my building, I directly heard Jimmy, the doorman, say, Dorothy Dibble, and I grabbed him by his lapel, and I said, what did you just say? The poor man has a very thick accent. He actually said, Dorothy Jiggle. But I mean, why do you think that one actress is just dying to hear what another actress is doing anyway? Does one pipe fitter like to hear about what other pipe fitters are doing? No. But it wasn't just that. People in my neighborhood, of course, you've heard of Nikki LaPlante, stage director. Nikki's one of the savviest, most wittiest people in the world that I know. And one night we were having one of those little dinner get-togethers when he was babbling away, dropping names left, right, and center. Suddenly I heard him lunch with Dorothy Dibble. I'm like, I didn't know you knew her. And he says, oh, yes, Dorothy and I go way back. Now, I've seen Nikki and I in lobster. Nikki and I have both done lobsters in Summerfest production of Alice in Wonderland, and had never had him mention the woman's name before. And another dear friend of mine, the stage designer George St. George, George St. George, always telling me how fantastic I am to the point of embarrassment. He called me to invite me to his annual Christmas party. He said it's a lovely, elegant thing. Um, uh, Marion's going to be there, Nathan's coming, and Dorothy. Dorothy, I gasped, not Dorothy Dibble. He gasped, but it is Dorothy Dibble. Isn't that marvelous? Even my classical theater teacher, the famous British snob vocal coach, Alma Osgood, always talking about Shakespeare and classical training and Shakespeare and kidney pie, steak and kidney pie, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly starts mentioning Dottie in every other breath. Royal Academy and Dottie, Serene and Dottie. Like, really? Dottie in the spotted tick? I was being Dottie to death. Suddenly, Dotties are popping up everywhere in every conversation. One day, Alma and Dottie in the same sentence as Dame Judy. And I exploded. I said, what is the big deal with this woman anyway? And Alma, she rose up to her full 4 feet and she screamed, Dorothy Dibble is a wonderful woman. What exactly is she trying to say? That I wasn't a wonderful woman? The thing that got me is I had seen her act before. I really had. She had popped out of somebody's ear, and it's not like she had. She'd been around Broadway for years, way off Broadway, performing in closets and in abandoned shopping centers. I actually went to the grocery store one time to buy an orange, and I saw her performing Mimi Eisenhower. I can't tell you what was going on up there, but damned I can say it was all of a nuance and depth of an ironing board with the voice of Bela Lugosi. When Sick finally closed, I had assumed that the fervor for this woman would wane, but it was like gnats. An infestation. Dotties were metastasizing everywhere. She started showing up on letterheads for benefits and theater benefits on fundraising communities where she was sitting on the board of directories. She was inviting me to $500 dinner plates to places that I, used to go to regularly. There's no escaping her. She was everywhere, like a gas perfume. No matter where I looked, she was sounding off about climate change or saving the trees or starting 2 new plays at the same time. Wow. She was even on the front page of the New York Post with pictures of her frantically hailing a cab from one place to another, changing from one costume into another. And the American Post picked her up as an article and ran with it for about a week all over the country. I don't know. You probably got the article. I'm sure my sister in Alabama's got the article, just waiting for me. I had to get away. I had to get out of the city in ways possible from the overinflated show business world of everything's a brilliant or bomb, touchstone or laugh fest song or so I decided to go to Tuscany. I made friends with a lovely Italian couple, and late one night they invited me up for dinner. We were settling in on a nice hill overlooking Firenze, lazily chatting, sipping our bellinis. Suddenly in crosstalk, I thought I heard something, that name. Dottie. No, it couldn't be Dottie. I croaked. Ah, si, la bella Dottie Dibble. Ah, even my hosts knew her. The next morning, I headed to Egypt. I had a feeling I wanted to go see the pyramids for some strange reason. By the time I got back home, Dorothy Dibble was appearing in television specials at the same time, more than one. She was on cover talking about clitoral mutilation with on the Charlie Rose show, and oh my gosh, she was going through, and never once did I run into this woman. You think I'd come in contact with her face to face in person, but the oddest feeling that she knew that I didn't want to bump into her. It was weird. We were just missing each other. Like we'd be at the same party, or she was just leaving the restaurant just when I was getting there. And then one day it happened. I was sitting in a reception room in a casting office, and I was waiting to be for an audition. And the door opened, and the casting woman said, "Bless you, Dottie, for coming in." I'm like. Then I heard that low, Luna's voice saying, "Oh, and tell your cute hubby hello from me." I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go." And then she turned, and there, standing in all of her glory. For a second, our eyes locked, and then she looked away. Did she know me, or was she, or did she? There was something, a glint in her eye. I had to find out. I had to do something. What I did is I moved. She was moving towards the elevator, and I was running towards her, running. "Dorothy, hi, Dorothy. It's me, Tootie Perkins of Trelaw." She looked at me in stone faced, and for a second, and then that smile broke out across her face. "Oh, of course I know who you are," she intoned. "I didn't think you recognized me." "Well, of course, I saw your show," I said. Uh, I think you're fabulous. I was just sick to not see. I mean, I was terrible that I missed a lot of the. I mean, I'm sorry that I missed your show." And she said, "Well, I saw yours, and it was fabulous." She must have come at a matinee sometime when I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, "Your performance was thrilling," she said to me. "Beyond perfection." Wow. The elevator came. I got in with her. I continued to tell her how wonderful she was, all the way down to the lobby. And then at the lobby, we tackled each other, and and I honestly, I felt like I was helium. I was on helium. I don't remember what happened next. We floated into Speedos, where they had the theatrical crowd all hangs out and talks about stuff. And then we drank, and we got a woozy, and I fell into a cab with her. And according to Dottie, I was spellbound, spellbinding, heartbreaking. My hands could act. My feet could bring her tears to her eyes. The words were tumbling out and spilling over me, and I was getting humbled and lower. And then I realized. I looked up and caught something, a glint in her eye. It was then she excused herself, and in that minute, my mind cleared, and I thought, "What is she doing? She's trying to kill me with kindness." She was my gorge was rising all of a sudden. I had to fight this. I couldn't go under. So when she had returned, I'd seen her making way back to me. I had to fight back. She had looked at me again with that blinding smile, and she said, "Oh, actress." And I grabbed her by her jowls, and I said, "Your face is the benchmark of emotion. Not since Brando's acting style has a style completely altered a generation." I threw her with that one. "Your scenes are galvanized watersheds. You render explosive effect. Your searing gestures galvanize the scenery." She began to wobble. She was going to faint. "I need air," she gasped. So we made our way into another cab. We made our way over to her place. And on the way out, she was telling me I was a legend in my own time. I called her the deuce of the day. And we had no idea we had such nice things to say to each other. The cab pulled up to her building. We wrestled out of who would go out first. She said, "Pearls before swine." And I grabbed her and I said, "Age before beauty." And that's when we grabbed each other and started grappling. I grabbed her ankle in the lobby and I said, "Great bones." She grabbed my hair and growled and said, "I'd give anything for hair like this." We twisted around and I got her by the neck and I threw her leg and I pinned myself over on top of her and dropped her down. I hissed, "You were incredible in that scene with that doctor." She groaned, "I will never forget that time you moved your hand like you were going to tell the story about your nephew," and butted her head right on me hard. I passed out for a minute or two. When I came to, she was getting up to grab something. Maybe a gun or a poster for me to sign. I had to do something. I felt around blindly for a heavy object. I managed to get up and she was about to turn around and I screamed, "That thing you did with your IV drip was hallucinating." And I clobbered her with her own Tony Award. She dropped to the floor like a failed tree. I went closer. She wasn't breathing. I said, Dorothy, your timing is immutable. She didn't move. I said, Dorothy, can you hear me? She didn't stir. I moved quickly, wiping my fingerprints off the Tony and off of her leg and off the doorknob while I was leaving. And I said one more thing before I left. I said, Dorothy, remember that thing that you did when you were fiddling around with your catheter and wailing at the top of your lungs? You really stunk it up. And then I let myself out. Yeah. And that's the tirade. And yeah, that's about a 50-minute little monologue that I've been practicing. The better I get it, the more I practice it, the better I get. And again, like anything, like playing the ukulele. If you thought that was funny, let me know, because I can practice it. I can fix it up to make it more mine kind of thing. It's actually based on an actress that's in New York, of course. And she talked about Broadway and this woman named Dorothy Dibble that's on everything. So, but that's just, I kind of made it more mine. Here, cheers. I'll probably have to go shovel some more. Snow. Some more snow. Hire me. You know you want to. You can take me out to wherever you want to and hire me. I come around twice. I come around twice. I come around once and twice again. Is it still snowing? And it's still snowing. Oh boy. All right, let me play you a song which will get me in a lot of trouble. The tirade I just probably might even get me in a little bit of trouble. But they don't talk about that kind of stuff. Oh, let me see if I got any mail. What's in my mail? Mail call. Today I'm gonna check my mail. What's going on YouTube? Oh hey, what's going on YouTube? Is there something going on? I don't see anything going on. I'm now live. I am live. That's right. Yes. Anything else going on? Oh, they want to take me backstage. They want to take me backstage so they can learn something about doing a little bit of, yeah. Anyways, don't work too hard. Haha, okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Oops. I know. I love being jazzy, man. I can't wait to bring it to more people, because you know what? I have so much to give you guys. I have stories. I've got monologues. I've got jokes to tell you. Did I ever tell you the story of the three little girls? Yeah, well, I've been trying to get to my nephew Louis and tell him the story of the three little girls because he's got three little girls, and it'd be great for like a little play. It was one of those stories that my dad told me when I was young. It's one of those things that I haven't forgotten. It's still I got better at telling it the more that I practice it, and the better I get at telling it to other people, the more they'll remember it too. So I probably one day will tell you the story of the three little girls. I don't know if I there might be in previous if you go into my previous lives, if you really want to. I mean, man, I'm probably just enough just watching me live right here. You have to watch me doing other live things where I talk about what actually the little girl joke, the three little girls, because it's hilarious. It's one of those stories that my dad told me, like I say, it was one of the things he said, you tell the story to anybody, they'll find it hilarious. Um, are you at home or at work today? I'm off tomorrow. Put it that way. She's asking me two questions at once. I'm going to say, yeah, well, I'm working today, but I'm off tomorrow. You know what? If I looked at myself, I wouldn't consider myself to be in my 50s. I'd see myself maybe in my 40s, maybe my late 30s. Dancing days are here again. Oh, no, no, no. That's not how it goes, anyways. But I'm going to play some songs for you because, I love you guys. I think you guys are great. And, hanging out here all day. Well, not all day because, if I hang out here all day, I'm not making any money. But, making money and hanging out with you guys, I'd rather hang out with you guys, to be quite honest. If I can make money doing it at the same time, that's even a friggin' bonus. Bonus, 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 bonus. Okay? Never think that you're not wanted. I love you guys. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, I got a message coming. I was just about to play. I got a message coming. Hold on. Got a message coming. I got to take care of this. It just shoveled. So I shoveled. I shoveled. Oh. That's from practice. I'm getting better. Okay, let's make this. Oh my god. Nobody knows this is water. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, Am I bothering you yet? Uh, hmm. I've been practicing for the last 3 days just to get this right. But I gotta think of some lyrics, right? Because it's funny. You gotta make it funny, right? Everybody gets a line. Oh, I'll keep practicing. Yeah, don't quit my day job. I'm trying not to. I'd love to quit my day job, babies. I'd love to quit my day job and just hang out with you and do like, no. Don't worry. I'll play a nice little melody. Oh, I know what I want you to. I know what I want to play. Yeah, play a nice little song. Okay. Um. Any requests? Oh, it wants me to play this song. Okay. If you want me for a bar mitzvah, if you need me for like, I have speaker system. Yeah, I do plug in. I do go electric. I never dreamed that I'd know somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. All right. You know, I hope I know the words correctly, but I wanna fall in love. No, I wanna fall in love with you. Oh. Let me start it again. Okay, okay. Game to play, make me feel this way. What the wicked thing to do, make me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. Yeah, but it's too late. All right. Anything else? Oh, okay. It's wanting me to play that song. Okay, let me give it try that song. I don't know if I'll be able to play. I don't think I've ever played this song. If it'll come up. Okay. Okay, let's do this. You're not shy. You get around. You wanna fly. Don't wanna be on the ground. You stay up. Won't come down. You wanna live. You wanna move to the sound of fire in your veins, burning hot, but you don't feel the same. Your desire is insane. You can't stop until you do it again. Sometimes I wonder, when I look in your eyes, baby, I've been thinking of some other guy, but I know, yes I know, how to treat you right. That's sorry. Why you call me in the middle of the night? You say it's urgent, so urgent, so urgent. Just to wait and see how urgent my love can be. It's urgent. You play tricks on my mind. You're everywhere, but you're so hard to find. You're not warm, sentimental. You're so extreme. You can be so temperamental, but I'm not looking for another less. You're what I need, and I need it best. The one thing in common that we both share, the need for each other anytime, anywhere. It gets urgent, so urgent. You know it's urgent. Wanna tell you it's the same for me. So urgent, you can see how urgent our love can be. It's urgent. You say it's urgent, because we can urgent, urgent. Gotta rush, make it urgent. Emergency, urgent, emergency, urgent, emergency. All right, hey, I've extended just for you. So we got some entertainment with some singing, you got some drawing, you got a little bit of knowledge of what it's like in the Niagara area right now. And yeah, I got to take a hike because it's that time again, and I appreciate you being here. You know what? I'm appreciating being here too because it gives me the chance to talk to you. And if you have any questions whatsoever about what I do, look me up, talk to me. I'm here. I'm a normal, trying to be white. What's color? I am just a normal human being. Yeah, human. I'm human. And here I am, here in Niagara, at this part, in this juncture of the world, on this part of the world. If there's like the whole world and there's the middle part, I'm in this part of the world where there's some people that might be in this part, where some people might be in this part too. So I like to know that I know a lot of people. I know some people that live in Germany. I know some people who live in England. I know some people who live in California. I know some people who live out west in Alberta. I know some people who live out east in Newfoundland. I know some people who live in New Brunswick and over in Vancouver. And yes, yes, I know a few people, and I'm so glad that I do. And I'm glad for all of you who are out there watching me as well. If you want me to do anything in particular, like you want to see me do more cartooning, you want me to do more music, let me know what you think. Or you just want to see me just do what I do and maybe find your own thing through me, kind of. Does that make sense? Well, whatever. I appreciate you, is what it comes down to. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Yeah, I've stayed my welcome way too long. And I appreciate you listening. If you're out there for Feedback Friday, I hope somebody else is going to give me feedback. Come on, give me some feedback. Talk to me. I don't bite hard. And I promise I won't hurt you. As my mom used to say, piece of brother with a little bit added. And yeah, gotta hope.